I took all my feelings, my wants and needs and dreams, and I buried them inside.
Welcome to Double A. Today, we'll be examining monologues that blend excellent writing with performance to produce a scene that establishes the movie.
I don't have to tell you things are bad. Everybody knows things are bad. It's a depression.
Number 10, Helen's speech. A crazy black woman's diary.
Let me explain something to you. Old Helen is gone.
If your film's title is Diary of a Mad Black Woman, then the title character is an irate black woman. You had better steal the show. And Helen from Kimberly Elise does exactly that.
Here to help you. But now, I'm gonna get even.
Helen is startled and heartbroken as her husband cheats on her for years and then leaves her for another woman. But she eventually gets back on her feet after finding her. Strength, power, and voice. A voice she makes the most of in this irate yet scathing monologue aimed at her useless soon-to-be ex-husband Charles.
Stressed out, my hair falling out, my weight up and down, can't keep anything down. 2 miscarriages! You took life from me!
Magnolia is seduced and destroyed by number 9. Magnolia takes just more than 3 hours to complete, and Tom Cruise is simply. Cruise's Frank T.J. Mackey is in the spotlight for a portion of the 27 minutes that he spends on screen.
The skills that I will teach you at work and say no! No! You will not control me!
Mackey, a skilled pickup artist, is teaching a group of desperate men who will do everything he says with his irate and misogynistic methods. States that even though what he says isn't always easy to hear, we can't ignore him.
Me and my brothers, we like to celebrate. And on the 1st of May, we celebrate V-Day.
In a movie with some of the greatest actors, we weren't the only ones. Cruise was the only person to receive an Oscar nomination.
Apologize for who I am. I will not apologize for what I need. I will not apologize for what I want.
Number 8, You Are Irrelevant, The Birdman.
A chance to finally do some work that actually means something.
It means something to who? You had a career, Dad, before the 3rd comic book movie.
Sometimes only family members can speak up and don't have to tell us what to say. Hearing, but instead the harsh reality that we are unable or unwilling to observe.
You're not doing this for the sake of art. You are doing this because you want to feel relevant again.
Why does Thompson, who was well known for portraying a superhero in Birdman Rig, now wish to do an academic and artistic play? His daughter Sam, who is portrayed by Emma Stone, claims that he is acting in this way because he fears that he is unimportant.
Because you're scared to death, like the rest of us, that you don't matter. And you know what? You're right. You don't.
Stone's angry and truthful tirade is captured on video without flinching. Number 7 was out of order. Scent of a Woman is really about a father, just as it is for everyone who watches it.
Sims, you are a cover-up artist and you are a liar.
But not a snitch.
Excuse me?
No, I don't think
You might have thought that Al Pacino stole the show when he performed the blind man's tango at a New York restaurant when you first saw Scent of a Woman, but Pacino had yet to make his booming, passionate plea to the prep school disciplinary committee on behalf of Chris O'Donnell.
here. Boys, inform on your classmates. Save your hide. Anything short of that, we're gonna burn you at the stake.
Even though the dance skills were amazing, a star like Pacino could just stay in one place and move an audience, which is precisely what he does here, demonstrating to the court what it looks like to be out of order.
Out of order.
Out of order. I show you out of order. You don't know what out of order is, Mr. Trash.
Your move is number 6. To identify Chief Goodwill Hunting, you don't need to be an expert. The ability of Robin Williams' monologue in Goodwill Hunting to steal the show.
I thought about what you said to me the other day, about my painting. Stayed up half the night thinking about it.
What is the definition of true love? What does it mean to genuinely feel like crying? Take down your barriers and genuinely let someone see you for who you are.
Probably quote me a sonnet. But you've never looked at a woman and been totally vulnerable.
Its universal and human topics make this monologue stand out, but so does Williams' delivery without elevating his. Speech Williams firmly captures our interest right away and doesn't let it go.
Chief,
9 Academy Awards were nominated for the number 5 Mad as Hell Network. Best Original Script winner at the awards.
While some local newscaster tells us that today we had 15 homicides and 63 violent crimes, as if that's the way it's supposed to be. We know things are bad, worse than bad.
The Patty Chase script was selected as one of the top 10 screenplays in 2005 by the WWE. Historical film. So yes, the writing was excellent.
What to do about the depression and the inflation and the Russians and the crime in the street? All I know is that first, you've got to get mad.
However, a standout performance is also necessary to create a captivating monologue, which is exactly what Peter Finch provides as irate newscaster Howard Beale calls on the country to rise, go on their windows and shout,
It's mad as hell, and I'm not gonna take this anymore!
Number 4, you can't handle the reality. His remarks still hold true decades later. One is a few good men. Among the most famous quotes in film history.
You want answers?
I think I'm entitled.
You want answers?
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth.
Our popular culture has embraced the idea that you can't handle the truth to such an extent that some people may even have overlooked the fact that it was only the start of an excellent monologue.
Of not knowing what I know, that Santiago's death, while tragic, probably...
Although we certainly didn't overlook Jack Nicholson, the realm of walls and the armed men who protect them, so we shall express my gratitude to Nicholson for his wonderful monologue, not for the terrible things his character committed.
Rather you just said thank you and went on your way. Otherwise, I suggest you pick up a weapon and stand a post.
Number 3 is the first figure that is hidden.
All people should understand the importance of being first.
How's that, Mrs. Jackson?
Well, you were the first in your family to serve in the armed forces.
The real-life people who inspired hidden figures are more significant than any speech. They were the first African-American women to hold diverse positions within the agency and stole the show at NASA. However, if we're talking about the film's portrayal of Mary Jackson pleading with a local judge in Virginia to allow her to be the first black woman to enroll in the all-white Hampton High School is the one monologue that consistently sticks out.
Engineer at NASA. But I can't do that without taking them classes at that.
Mrs. Jackson's message will live in our memories forever. Forever and ever.
Forever, forever, ever, forever, ever.
Number 2 in my entire life, we have to battle the color purple.
All my life I had to fight. I had to fight my daddy, I had to fight my uncles. I had to fight.
Oprah Winfrey was the face of daytime television for 25 years, yet in 1985, a year before she began her career, TV's historic run, Winfrey was the star of The Color Purple, directed by Steven Spielberg.
Hopper, God knows I do. But I kill him dead before I let him be me.
In the sequence, Winfrey delivers an irate monologue in which she acknowledges her past relationships with violent men, including her father, uncles, and even brothers, and how she will not refuse to put up with such treatment any longer. Her performance won Wendy a well-earned Oscar nomination for Best Supporting Actress.
Always. Girl, you ought to bash Mr. Head open and think about heaven later.
Before we go any further, be sure to hit the bell and subscribe to our channel so that you can receive updates on our most recent videos. Notify for all or a selection of the videos. When using your phone, make sure to activate notifications by going into your settings. Number 1. Fences that are 18 years old.
18 years of my life invested in you. You ought to have stayed upstairs in my bed where you belong.
Listen to me.
Viola Davis was named the 9th greatest actor of the 21st century by the New York Times, in addition to receiving an Emmy, Tony, Grammy, and Oscar. Century, a well-deserved ranking owing in part to her exploits at the 2016 Fencing Championship.
My life is standing in the same spot as you. Don't you think I ever wanted other things? Don't you think I had dreams and hopes? What about my life? What about me?
This monologue, in which she divulges to her husband how her 18-year commitment to him has resulted in her sacrificing her own life, is an example of this. With a considerably more subdued, but nevertheless heartbreaking statement about the death of her son. Streaming from 5 years prior in the Help Davis as Aiden Clark dominated the evening.
It's just 24 years old, Miss Ski, the best part of a person's life.
However, Davis received the aforementioned Academy Award for her work in fencing. Award. Please share a little monologue in the comments section below.
courts, all men are created equal.
Do you think our pictures are good? Check out this additional current double clip. And don't forget to subscribe and to receive updates about our newest videos, ring the bell.